Yo, what up? Retro, Castle, Texan, Clawley, Jones? Thank you guys for being here at the top of the stream. You know, stream starts at 4 o'clock in the freaking afternoon, 2 hours late, but you know, it started. We're here. Are Mondays really Monday when it's a holiday? Well, it's not a holiday everywhere in the world. Lamau. So am I allowed to... No, yeah, it's still a Monday. You still have different levels of, like, responsibilities. Right? It's not like Sunday Fun Day, whenever you just get to, like, nope out of things and just be like, nah, yeah, just not doing that today. And then it's like, oh, Monday? Oh, even if it's a holiday, you kind of gotta... I kind of prefer the no grass look in Minecraft. I'm not gonna lie to you, chat room. Like, there's just something about that, like, endless flatness. Maybe that's the Kansan in me coming out. Blah, blah. Nice. But it's Motivational Monday? What do you mean it's Motivational Monday? Okay, here's the thing that I want to do. I want to finish getting whatever is happening here filled in. You have the day off. Son is with his dad. Good opportunity. Oh, well, I hope you're feeling all right, at least. Why? Oh, I think... This all just feels so extra. Why would I do so many things here the way that I did them? Okay, we're just gonna actually change a lot about this. Your boy's kinda dumb. What type of pickaxe is this? Okay. You can't fortune up, ender chests. You can only silk touch up ender chests. I need a project shulker. Okay. You're here for frames and pumpkins. You know what? Well, I got pumpkins. I don't really have frames though. I gotta be honest with you. Frames are a nice crispy 36. Oh, 44. Oh yeah. But you know, it is what it is. Okay, so a decent amount of what we can do right off the bat. So there are some known truths, right? This chest can never change. And because this chest can never change, this hopper can really never change. However, this furnace can change quite a lot. So we're gonna start with that. 36 is above 30, that's all you need for a good life. Man, do I wish that was true. The choppiness that I can feel in the left-right panning, like as I, the player, move across the X-axis, is just, it is, my mouse feels awful, so gross. Frames are a luxury, carefully rationed. You sound like the narrator from Darkest Dungeon. Frames are a luxury, carefully rationed. How you doing? Oh, you know, yeah. That's a pretty accurate representation of how I'm doing. Motivational Monday, Treat Yourself Tuesday, Well-Being Wednesday, Tasteful Thursday. Could I get an example of what a Tasteful Thursday is? Feel Good Friday, Self-Care Saturday, Sleep In Sunday. Oh, hey, I like all of those. I just want to know what a Tasteful Thursday is. Also, you missed the iteration there. Like, Motivational Monday, Treat Tuesday, Well Wednesday, Feel Friday, Self Saturday, Sleep Sunday, Taste Thursday. It's got to be a TH. Thirsty Thursday? Oh, well, Thirsty Thursday works way better with Wine Night than Tasteful does. I agree with your 6 of 7, but I think it should be Thirsty Thursday. And that way it can also be thirsty and you can get on your apps or whatever and just swipe it till your heart's content. Do you think that Swiper from Dora the Explorer has an addiction to dating apps? And that's why Dora yells at him, Swiper, no swiping? This is something that Candy and I were talking about the other day. Okay, so some things have to change here. We're just gonna pull the vast majority of this out and hope that we can just do better. Just do better, Fivehead. Okay, so first things first, I'm the realist. Considering there weren't dating apps in the early 2000s, you don't think so? But what if, though, Castle? But what if? You sent a message if you want to try out a fabric client? I meant to respond. I am just a trash human being, and I forgot to respond. Again, I need to do better. Maybe I would be interested in trying it, maybe. I can't make any strong promises. And I'm just real spooked about relying on a thing. Oh, we found a torch just trying to hide away. I'm real spooked about trying to rely on add-ons here. Okay, so another thing that we could do is that could come out, right? And then that doesn't need to exist. Okay, so this doesn't need to be what that is. That doesn't need to be what that is. Turd nuggets in flight. Pew. Okay, so here's actually my idea. Oh, I'm starting to see why I did what I did. If I break this, what happens? Oh, it's a lie. Oh, I see what it existed for. Okay. Okay, so my first idea was like, if I just put the furnace here, then like, yeah, this, you see this just works, right? Furnace fills up, blah, 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 everything's good. And I actually don't even care if it's just a full thing there. Nope, that is not the thing that I wanted. I think that's technically even better for lag. And then what we would need to do is this would need to... But I don't want it to take 2 to do this. I wanted to do it with one thing. But then we have a problem here of where this drop down is. Kind of actually needs to land right here. Can I make this happen? Oh, that's one of my biggest fears using an ender pearl, is getting stuck inside a wall and not being able to break my way out. Woo, buddy. Scary. Not the chest I wanted. These are not the chests you're looking for. And you'll learn it's going on your to-do list? What do you mean that's on your to-do list? Like, your goal is to get me to use mods? That is a thing that you put on your to-do list? Okay. Does it need to be a bubble? Like, don't items just casually float? Ow, it hurts. Don't items just casually float to the top of a thing regardless? Like, if I were to just throw some... It's just casually, right? It's not quick. Excuse me. I see one. Imposter. Torches are sus. Mamau. Full body cringe in chat. I have to sneeze again. It's not even efficiency, though. It'd be fine. In the grand scheme. Okay. We're gonna do some other tomfoolery. I need some water buckets. Oh man, allergies, dude. I should go replace my air filter or something. You know, the HVAC filter that nobody ever changes. Whew. I need to figure out what size my thingy is, and then just set up like an Amazon subscribe and save thing, and then just be like, send me a new filter once every 6 months so I don't have to think about it. Okay, it kind of worked. We don't care about kelp. Blip. Nor do we care about dirt or torches. Blip, blip. Okay. That's just the wall. Okay, that one exists for real. Okay, well, let's do burger to burger. Nims is a licensed building analyst. You gotta change it at least every 3 months? Yeah, I mean, yeah. I agree. That's what I'm saying. I need to. I probably haven't changed it in 8 months, and if I could get like an Amazon subscribe and save and send me a new air filter every 3 months, that would be perfect. I don't know if I could write it off as a business expense though. Okay, so this actually is gonna need to go here. And that'll need to go like that. Okay, yeah. And then I would still be able to, like, put a wall here. Yeah, sick. Incredible. Sick nasty. See, because then we could just be like, okay, that would go there, right? You see it. You see it. Our brains... Our collective, how many people are in chat room? 17 viewers. Our collective 34 brain cells are firing on all cylinders right now. Okay, so then we would be able to wall this up. Just like blep, 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 right? And see, we wouldn't know that there's something right there behind it. Okay. So now how do we get this to be like a good lad and put in that water stream into here? I actually think a very weird thing needs to happen. Turd nuggets in flight. Phew. I think I have an idea. Please don't judge me. Excuse you, you have 3 brain cells? Thank you very much. Oh, damn, dude. Our 35 brain cells. You really bumped that average. That was like a 3% improvement with your 3rd brain cell castle. That was actually momentous. Love that for you. I really just wish there were bumblebees in the game. Some sort of short-term flight. Bro, and imagine if you had to, like, feed your bumblebee flowers in order for the son of a dang it to not die. That would be cute as heck. I mean, I know it's not like perfectly like, oh, that's not exactly, bees don't eat flowers, Showroom, that's what I'm saying. But like, I'm saying for the purposes of creating a fantasy video game where we are then fighting dragons and skeletons and things, like, bees can eat some dang flowers. It'd be fine. And then you would have like, flower farms would be important again for feeding your freaking bumblebee. And tell me that just wouldn't be cute as heck. I'll wait. Oh, this might be a genius idea. Your boy might be having a brain blast. What is that piston noise I just heard? Good God, that was very aggressive. Oh, and you know what? We also said that we're gonna, whenever possible, we're going to make everything out of cookies and cream. So I need to go get some cookies and cream. Your face is Well, cookies and cream. Petition to have bees you have to feed for the next update? That would be cute as heck, wouldn't it? Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Oh, I gotta go get more packed ice. Your face is packed ice. Bees now eat flowers confirmed. This anatomy lesson incorrectly brought to you by the Discovery Channel. While I'm here, I should probably get some stairs. I'm made of packed ice, it's true. My heart is as cold as ice. And it's dense, chat room. So dense. See, look at how big this flight is that I have to do every freaking time. Wrong? Correct. Are you seeing the genius yet, chat room? Think about the blocks that I've gathered. Think about the items that I have in my inventory. Are you feeling it yet, Mr. Krabs? I don't need these. I mean, I could come all the way to frickin' that point. Not a water elevator? What am I needing a water elevator for? No thoughts, head empty? Bro! Don't at me like that. Okay, so... Oh, this actually can't be what it just was. Here's what I'm thinking. Big thinking. If I put honey blocks down here, the items will slide against the honey blocks and they can still enter these hoppers, sliding over some honey squish. Now, I don't technically know if this stretch has to be packed ice, but I'm gonna make it packed ice anyway, because I'm an adult and no one can stop me. Also, I had lasagna and a Snickers bar for breakfast. Breakfast, chat room. Because I'm an adult and no one can stop me. I'm stuck. I watched all the new season of Stranger Things. We are not discussing spoilers here. Do not do it. But I did watch it. Your face is blue ice. I don't have blue ice. I got packed. What do you want from me? Oh, you want blue ice. I mean, I don't have it. Wait, actually, I'm gonna go get another Snickers bar. Chat room, you just hang on a second. We got snacks for to watch all of the new season of Stranger Things. Here's a bag of Snickers bars. Here's baked flaming hot Cheetos. Here's sour cream and onion chips. Here's a frickin' baguette. I think that was for Candy made like a charcuterie board. Here's some mesquite barbecue chips. Those are actually like, you know, I was giving Candy crap about it the other day because she was like, oh, these barbecue chips are spicy. But those are... One, Candy has the spice tolerance of, like, the widest of white people, right? She is the classic, quintessential, like, So whenever she first told me that these barbecue chips were spicy, I was like, girlfriend, you can't say that barbecue chips are spicy. But then I had them and I immediately apologized and I totally conceded because for some reason these barbecue chips are unreasonably spicy for being barbecue chips. Anyway, here's Chex Mix. Here's Fritos. And here's some just basic ass Lay's. But that's our friend likes plain ass Ruffles. So I don't get it. What? Who likes plain ass Ruffles? Frickin' not me. Oh, could you hear that? Chili cheese Fritos? No, plain ass Fritos. But the plain ass Fritos only exist to put into taco soup. So, you know. Oh, I went all that way to get freaking a Snickers bar. And I didn't even get a Snickers bar. I got bogged down talking about snacks. I'm gonna make you guys listen to me eat a Snickers bar. Not, hashtag not an ad. Can you hear the little Snickers wrapper? ASMR. I made the shit out of the Snickers. Oh my god. Oh, that's a good Snickers. Okay, what hole does this don't have? That one or that one? Sorry, chat room. I was asking which hole does it go in. Wait, I just realized what I've done. Which hopper does this go in? Yeah, that's a better expression. If I put stairs like yonder and fling an item through. Ooh, buddy, that's spicy. Wow, now I can't hit my face when I am flying, or I'll die and lose this world. Do I not have any cookies and cream stairs? Can you upcycle slabs? Can I just cut them into stairs? Oh, no. That should be a data pack where you can put together slabs and get your whole blocks back. Just a small handful, you know what I'm saying, Tyrone? Okay, so if we blat that away, and then if I go bling. Is this... Yeah, that's aesthetic facing. Okay. Hey! Harry Potter. Oh no, I can't jump. I was on honey. If I just throw that like that, I just get a weight. How's it going, chat room? You having a nice day? Okay. So then I get to put that there. Okay, so what happens? Can I get a thing? Okay, okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab I'm gonna grab 10 jungle logs. We should see this go to 41. Right? I'm gonna just chuck them. Yeah, and then they go. And then they go. Oh, and they got picked up. And there they are. Okay, cool. So this works. Yeah, I know this looks weird, but this is what's happening. Honey blocks are technically like 15/16ths of a block. You can see there that I'm at 69. Nice. .93750. So that .06 effectively .05 or yeah, .0625 is enough for an item block to clip into the line over and thus be picked up by our hopper. So we're using that as our mechanic here. Alright, so what if it can't be picked up? Is there enough oomph to make it to the end? It kind of looked like there was enough oomph to make it to the end. I appreciate you, Flame Wheel. Oh, I saw a skeleton. Where'd you come from? I know where you're going, but where... Oh, I missed. I know where you're going, but where did you come from? Oh, he probably came from, like, right here. Yeah, probably this block. Exactly. We caught him. Okay, yeah, this seems pretty good so far. I want a trapdoor. Can I get a trapdoor? Are you a trapdoor? I'm gonna get a trapdoor. What was that? What did we ultimately decide was the trapdoor that had the most vertical open space? It wasn't Crimson, was it? Crimson was like horizontal? Yeah, no. It was Acacia. That's what it was. Oh, and there's my Acacia. Yeah. This is gonna be a daft question. Can mobs, e.g. zombie creeper skellies, not spawn in water then? Drowned can spawn in water, but nothing else that you have listed can. Which is why every now and then we'll get a drowned that come up. And like, realistically, I should probably have a little bit of water, or excuse me, a little bit of light down here. But at the same time, I kind of just want to fill this in. And I've been debating that in my brain for a long time. Let me just like totally creative space the area in which I live. You know, it'll be just a creative flat world. Nah, because then our mob cap would still be consumed by the drown that spawned in the river. And so I need to mob proof the river somehow. But I would, and hopefully this answers the question. The only thing that I need to worry about from the river is drown. Nope, I missed. I'm trash. Garbage degenerate. Okay. That should be good, right? And then I can put another one like that. Hell, another one? Another one? Like that? Hell, another one? Okay. This is actually, that's actually quite nice. Oh, and I don't actually want this to even appear open, though, because I don't want to have to think about it or see it. So let's just get the most basic of trapdoors. Do I now have basic trapdoors? What happened to them? I just saw them. Did I pull them into my inventory already? Am I on drugs? No, but I wish. You can do a fog effect by having a block of air in between each layer. No, that is really process intensive. Like, that is mega laggy to do that. I appreciate the aesthetic thought, though, because, you know, your boy is terrible at them. However, I forgot the trapdoors were open. I'm just gonna get those dark oak ones. Flawless. It's about drive. It's about power. We stay hungry. Yeah, I can't. I lack aesthetics so much so that I don't even know how to spell aesthetic. This is what I wanted out of life. Just some nice chocolatey trapdoors. Oh, handsome. Okay, so really what I wanted here is whenever the item comes out underneath this stair, I don't want to have to worry about it entering the hopper that is right here. So we needed a trapdoor here. But then I also don't want it to clip onto the, with that momentum. I don't want to ever have to worry about it landing on the side of this chest as well. And then I also don't want to have to worry about it landing on the lip of this hopper as well. And then I also don't want to worry about it landing. So we just freaking trapdoored it all the way down. Okay. It's about drive. Interestingly, no, I just lied. Sorry. This side could be cleaned up one block. It could be like scooted in, so if we were really pressed for redstone, but it wouldn't affect where our excuse me, I misspoke just there. It wouldn't affect our redstone, but the water stream could be tightened up one block, which is effectively what we've done here. Yeet! And then it'll fall down, and then it would go in here, and then it would go into this, and then... Okay, this starts to give us some idea for spacing on the next step of this process. This is going swimmingly so far. And that means that goes there. Easy clap. Just massive braining all over the place. And so now what we need to do is we need to get this bubble stream to transport this the coal out of this furnace up into this hopper. That's it. That's what we need. That's what we want out of life. There are many things that, like, I don't know where that sentence was going. I'm not even gonna lie to you. What am I doing? I need more. Oh, that's just a big ol' ant. Hang on. I'm gonna get, like... What do I do? That ant is so big. Why is it in my office? There's no food in the office, minus the Snickers bar that I just ate. Oh, he just jumped off the wall. Sick. So he's on the floor somewhere behind my desk. Loving that. Big old carpenter ant. Cool. Definitely not going to feel him crawling up my foot later and freak out and kick my computer and break it and then never be able to stream ever again. It's definitely not what's about to happen. I needed more cookies and cream blocks. But we're out. That means I need... Oh god, why would you say that, Uskal? Please, don't say that ever again. What is tough? I've got 9 rockets left. Okay, can I get it done with this? Yeah, that's fine. Reasonable. You're pretty tough. Ugh, now every time that, like, I feel my do you ever just, like, feel your own skin sometimes, where you could just be like, oh, yep, that is a hair that is attached to my arm tickling my arm. Like, why can I feel my hair touch myself? But now every time I feel it, I'm like, there's an ant crawling on me. I should probably fill up those water bottles. Okay, let's go. Water buckets. It would have been really sick if I could have done that while flying and then just never broke my flight and then used one more rocket and come and landed. Y'all would have lost your minds. Alas, I am a trash player, and that'll never happen. Where did I get... Did I really have another stack? I am so confused. Okay, here we go. Yeah, just like that. That's what I wanted. But I didn't. I only did it with 1 bucket, not 3, so does it even count? This is, yeah, that's what I was looking for. And technically, I just saved 2 hoppers. I just reduced 2 hoppers worth of lag out of my world. That is sick as heck. Heckin' sick. Good enough for me. Alright, so now we're actually just going to take all of this stuff. And we're going to set up here, because I've now got to make this dispenser smart. Dropper dispenser. whatever you want to call it. Probably need some of these, some of those, some of that, some of them. Okay, we'll start with this. So how do we make you smart? God, what a question. That is, I ask myself that question every day. How do we make you smart? I need a single block of glass. Does anybody call it a block of glass? Okay, so let's just start out by trying to build a smart dispenser and see what happens. I know this hopper's going to get in the way. It's a bone drive! Okay, did it? No, that's why I couldn't jump. I'm an idiot. It's about power. Okay, so this is how I would set up a normal smart dispenser. Needlessly expensive, yes, but minimal lag. But the problem with this is this hopper wants to be a target block. This signal need be get into the dispenser. So like, is the easiest way of doing that just like bang? Do this be working? It do be working. Is there another way to do that? Also, does that mean that they went back into that chest? I can't possibly see from this angle. Okay, that's good. They went into the chest. Is that good enough? Are we happy with that? If we had just moved that water stream a different spot. Nope, it can't really be a different spot. It can't face to the right because then the hoppers and the redstone would be in the way. It can't face to the left because then it would clip into the wall of the hallway. Pretty much has to be straight. Yeah, I don't think that there's another way of doing it. Are there any problems with this? Like, does this going straight power the thing? Okay. It does. Oh, that won't ever matter. That literally can never be a problem. Because think about what's happening in the sequence of events here. The furnace finishes smelting a log and turns it into a piece of charcoal. Then the charcoal comes through here. Then the charcoal is placed in here. Then after being placed in here, we get a 1 pulse trigger. The next charcoal up, the next log up, won't be finished smelting in that amount of time. Yeah, this could never be a problem. Looks good to me. I'm gonna call it. Yeah. Okay, what goes in here? What's in here that's not supposed to be? Oh, a piece of dirt. I was like, there's gotta be something extra in there. Anything else? Cobblestone isn't cobblestone, those are placeholder. What do you have, charcoal in the wrong furnace slot? What do you mean in the wrong furnace slot? Oh. Whoa, wait. Good catch. I built it wrong. Like, fundamentally wrong. You're right. The charcoal needs to go into the side, not the top. The top is where new fuel should come in, and thus why I built it the way I originally built it. Damn. Damn. Well, we are rebuilding. What I thought was just past Nims being an idiot looks like it was a calculated, intentional thing. We will reevaluate. That was a great catch, Eltrian. I didn't see it. You're a consummate professional. Whatever that means. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know half the words that I say. Looking good. Damn, dude. I totally spaced on that. Oh, I need buckets. Oh, we weren't done anyway. This needed a roof, technically. Okay, let us reassess, reevaluate, and then rebuild. Okay, So the new... Okay, I got it. I know what I did wrong. The furnaces were angled incorrectly for their positioning into said furnace. So what I need to do is reevaluate that positioning, which, grand scheme, not the worst thing in the world. So, realistically, what I think the answer is... I'm looking, hang on. Go ahead now. Seems the ant is inching ever closer. I'm sitting cross-legged in my chair because I'm so nervous about the ant. Ugh. Okay. I missed. It doesn't matter though. So, the thing that should have happened is I believe the furnace goes here. That goes like that. And see, now the charcoal is going into the correct slot. And then this hopper should have been straight down right here with a trapdoor yonder so. Like this, yeah. You know what, this looks even nicer if we're being honest with ourselves. So that way the new supply comes into here. Yeah. So wood would come into here. Charcoal comes out of this chest into the side of the furnace, thus being in the correct slot. And then we need a hooper that can take that out and put it into a dispenser that goes into the correct slot. Which I think I see the easiest way to do that as well. And I think that this is still, interestingly, the same total number of hoppers. The only problem is, like... There's no space for redstone on that dropper. Because, like, I just got floor everywhere. But we really want it to be in this line, so that way it's a very easy water current upwards. You know, you say this is too many hoppers, but this is like literally bare minimum hoppers in order to do what we're doing, so... I'm just thinking, I have a couple of things that I could maybe change, like the direction that this hopper comes out. This could, you know, go just straight down, which it does look like it will have to. Yeah, it does look like it's going to have to, because it's going to be the only way that I can get redstone into it. You know what's interesting, though, is, like, I don't know if this many hoppers was necessary. Like, do I really need 2 hoppers there? Could I scoot this dropper up 1 and reduce the total number? I wouldn't be able to do it on the right side, because then all these jack-o'-lanterns are in the way, but the jack-o'-lanterns are aesthetic. One thing at a time, remind me to try to reduce 2 more hoppers. This hopper could be moved, though, so it can either go into this position here, or it could go in that position there. I don't think either of those really help us, if we're being honest. Thinking. What do I do? This could be faced sideways. I could then water stream forward and get into this. So then like the up, so we would need water, water, slab, elevation. So it'd be basically that. Is there a way to destroy items but from the side? Like, you know how cactus works? But cactus is so finicky that, like, there's not really a way that I'm going to be able to fit cactus into this space here. See, so then this would, I would water, 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 right? And then water, 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 right? We're still watering. We're big watering. Just all the frickin' watering right here. Okay. And then this would be a water source. And then we would have to have a slib. Okay, I gotta go grab some slibs. Yeah, is there a way to destroy an item? Sorry, I have a scratch. Is there a way to destroy an item like a cactus that doesn't have like the crazy hitbox requirement that a cactus has? Lava? Yeah, you could, but my base is made of wood, and I don't want to use lava. Okay, what about fire? Same thing as lava. Whatever, I'll fill that hole later. I actually want to punch a hole right here, just in case anything, I screw up my water, that doesn't destroy my redstone. Just turn off fire spread, 5 head. Yeah, just cheat casually. See, so then we have water that would go there, it would flow forward, and I would need... Actually, these 3 blocks here on the bottom should not be what they are. They should be... They should be packed ice. And then an item spat out from this smart, and this would go away. We can actually just go ahead and throw on this redstone real quick. This should be nothing now. Yeah. Okay. Cool. This is very difficult to navigate, my goodness. Okay, good. So then that must exist. And then we would go up. Oh, I'm one water bucket too short. Okay. And then it would go into here. But I wanted to destroy these items if possible. As long as you don't cheat professionally. You know what? This is like, I think apex laziness right here, but I'm gonna do it. I don't feel like going... Oh no! I don't feel like going to get, it should be okay. Another thing of water, so I'm just gonna do this. So I don't have to go get me more water. And see, like, here's the example. Is there anything that I could just put here that, I don't know, like a magma block that would just destroy an item? I know magma blocks don't do it, but, like, is there a new block, like sideways dripstone? Does that destroy items? That all looks fine. This all looks okay. Yeah, we're good. Skyrim ambience. What are you playing now? I need like a stone brick stair. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I just want something that can destroy this. That's all I want. Okay, well, that was a bit excessive, but, you see the point. Alright, so then the idea becomes... Stripped oak is what we have 1 billion of. Let's get a weird number, not 64. Let's get like 37. Okay. 37 stripped oak logs. Okay. So what we should see is... Oh, hey, let's actually set up our test parameters a little bit better. Oh, this is perfect. We should see 37 charcoal in this first slot. Just to make sure it doesn't try to stack. I don't think it would, but... Okay. Meow. There's a dust on my mouse mat. But, okay. So we'll throw this in a position where it skips everything. Okay, good. That's a reasonable test. We have discovered that, oh no, our items were being stuck there. You think that water destroyed anything? I think we've got good holes, so that way it doesn't. Nothing's getting destroyed. Just checking the redstone. Okay. I need more honey. This means that it's gonna slide down the honey, though. And we'll throw this back in here. We'll watch it. So it went down. It is now in the hopper. It is now doing something from that hopper. It should be filling the furnace. And the furnace is on, and we can see that it is indeed being filled. I bet it goes to like 36. Yeah, one was already smelted. And there is the one. So this looks like an improvement over what we previously had. Technically, we have less redstone now, too. Sick. 37 might have been a large test, but, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Now, I want to see if I can reduce and remove one block of redstone. Or, excuse me, one hopper. Because if this hopper exists, which it always should, why can't this hopper just go directly into this dropper? You know? Well, immediately. We couldn't... So all this redstone here would need to move up one block. And if we moved that redstone up a block, but shifted its sides, it would be powered by these redstone torches here. Which is just a no bueno situation. But these jack-o'-lanterns don't need, in the most strict of senses, need to exist. So if we just pull them out, and then move everything else accordingly, we might not need this second hopper. So again, now we just go dropper straight down, right? And then it would be... Let's grab that, put that there. Put the granite there to indicate that it's holding up the sand. Put the cactus on top of the sand, put the string on top of the cactus, and then we begin our granite line. So it would technically be that into a comparator that is mode subtract. And then, oh, this is actually supposed to be a target block. And then we have another target block that goes there. Redstone. Cover my jack-o'-lantern. Oh, replace that. And then we would have here, here, and then another target block there. Okay, so how do I get in there in order to place the blocks that I just established? So then we would need a dust there and a repeater here, right? And that's... Is that updated redstone? Is that one fewer hoppers? Like, is this a smart thing now? I think this grass is expendable. Oh, yep. It definitely destroyed that grass. Well, sick. That was just straight up one fewer hoppers. That's like 0.01% less lag. That's like 1/10,000th less lag. But if we did that 10,000 times, our world would be perfect again. I want to see if I could do it on this side. Because why not? Yeah, why didn't I do this? I was over obsessed with getting these jack-o'-lanterns into position. For sure. That's the 100% what it was. Like, I'm not actually memeing. That is... I was probably hyper-fixated on the jack-o'-lanterns being in the correct spot that I didn't consider that I could reduce the number of hoppers by 1. Bro, this is exciting to me. I know that this is probably the dumbest thing in the world, and every one of you probably hate me to death for it, but, like, I legitimately enjoy this. Where'd your other friend go? That other Enderman. I don't know where he went. Hey, what are you making? I am cleaning up the storage system for my AFK tree farm. It can do oak, spruce, jungle, and birch. And then whenever it overflows, whenever I fill a chest up completely with logs, it then filters out the overflow logs and automatically converts them into charcoal via Charcoal Factory. Yeah, so then I get a bunch of charcoal here. So it is a tree farm storage system charcoal factory? Yeah. Is that? I think that's what I would call this. Thank you for the follow, though, Grace, and great question. And then I personally, as a human being, am like hyper fixated on reducing lag in Minecraft, and I figured out a way that I could reduce the number of hoppers in my world by 1, so I'm doing it. Well, technically by 2, but, you know, still. That's for future me? No, I can do that from here. So if I put the redstone there, and the repeater there. Oh yeah, we'll see if that works. Okay, so there should be dust there. There is comparator and subtract mode there. And, well, you know what? We'll just do this part from the inside. And a repeater into a T redstone there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I got so I saved 2 hoppers. And that's a significant amount of lag that I just saved. Hell yeah. I love it. I actually do love it. Why the granite blocks? I use the ugly stone types to differentiate different things in my redstone builds. So the majority of my base is going to be built out of just stone bricks because that's what it is. Like stone bricks. And I want to really lean into this more and do a better job with my aesthetic. I want to introduce a lot of spruce elements to get that very classic stone brick spruce design in. However, the granite and the... what the hell is that called? The white one. I keep calling it cookies and cream, and I have memed it so long that I've forgotten what its actual name is. Diorite. The granite and the diorite indicate different things in my builds. Granite, the pinker of the two, indicates redstone. So this is a good spot that is very modern. You can see that there are stone bricks in the design. Those are just aesthetic, they don't actually matter. The granite indicates that it's a redstone sensitive block. So like, while this granite isn't literally doing anything for redstone, it is holding up a repeater, so therefore it is a redstone sensitive block. The diorite indicates a water stream. So instead of using just trails of hoppers going throughout the world, I have opted for water streams just because I was curious if it would be a fun project or save lag or something like that. So the granite indicates redstone, the diorite indicates water. Come fight me. Yeah, them zigzags, Shallow. Yeah, here's another example. Granite indicating redstone, diorite indicating water. And then, you know, eventually all of this should be hidden and not visible outwardly. I think we're just at a point where we put everything up, right? No, we gotta check if our 37 logs turned into 37 coal. Oh, it wouldn't, actually, because some number of... 4 of them were likely consumed in order to continue to make coal. Does that make sense? Yeah, that makes sense. So our 37 turned into 33 because you used 4 of them to smelt the 37. Okay. Okay. I think I'm happy with that. Yeah. Project updated successfully? Hell yeah. I've got to put up stuff, and then I want to go clear a couple of chunks out of the Nether. Because, you know, I need to do that sometimes. Oh, I need to get out that redstone shulker one more time. Is it totally filled? Like, is it done? Yeah, that looks done. I can show you the intent of that project real quick. It's actually quite cool, I think. Yeah, cool. Check it off the list. Yeah, so this is updated now, so that's nice. We're gonna blap that into the corner for now. Yeah, this is much better than it used to be, for sure. Apples, regular log strip, or regular oak, stripped oak, saplings. Birch sapling, stripped birch, regular spruce, stripped spruce, spruce saplings, and then jungle saplings, stripped jungle, regular jungle. And then if any of our log chests ever fill up, whether they be regular or stripped, then they would make it over here into the charcoal factory, where they would be auto-smelted into charcoal. Sick. So here's what the build is actually for, Crazy and Grace, since you guys are both newer. Awesome. I have a skeleton spawner underground. I can show you this real quick. Underneath that cobblestone slab is a skeleton spawner. The skeleton spawner, you know, they go into a water stream, they go up a bubble elevator, they go over, and then they fall down, boom, perfectly on cue, inside of this little area. These trapdoors open on a very specific timer to allow the wolves to see the skeletons, but not allow the skeletons to see the wolves. Because the wolves are owned by the player, when the wolves kill the skeleton, it's counted as a player kill, which means the skeletons drop their experience. This means that while AFK, technically this is fully automatic, because it requires no player interaction, but the tracking range of experience orbs is so small, roughly 6 blocks, you basically have to be in an AFK room to take advantage. Anyway, so this fully automatic supply of experience orbs, it's a trickle, admittedly, but it's more than enough to keep a tool repaired while it's actively being used. So if we then jump into this is my tree farm design. If I aim just here under the top pixel of the first block, oh, I need to get a sapling. Oh, I kind of want to go, I want to do some spruce tests. How much spruce do I got? I got 26? Okay. We'll get all but one. Let's start this out. So if we aim just here, under the top pixel of the first block, saplings in our offhand, axe in our main hand, and then I'm going to inventory fill, so that way I don't pick up anything. And then I hold right click and left click, and we go AFK. And boom. This is a fully AFK tree farm. I do not, and it uses no TNT duping, no withers, no nothing like that. I just get an infinite supply of whatever. So I would like to first draw your attention to my axe. It's taking durability, right? I'm cutting down a tree. It is clearly being used, but the durability of the axe will frequently disappear. That's because it's at full durability. The skeleton experience farm that's behind me is providing more than enough experience to cap it out in durability. So my tool, never gonna break. That's the first thing. The second thing, we started this with 22 saplings. We're now at 33, 35. The leaf crushers in my design are so efficient at destroying leaves that we get way more saplings than we actually need in order to propagate the farm. This is another problem that like other tree farms frequently run into, where the design itself is fine, but it doesn't consider where you're getting your saplings from. And so then it expects you, these other designs expect you to farm saplings elsewhere to then bring them back to the tree farm to then farm in the tree farm. Which is just a ridiculous ideology, because if you have to farm saplings somewhere else, then you're growing the trees that you need to be farming anyway, thus negating the purpose of their janky tree farm. My tree farm doesn't do that. My tree farm gets you all the saplings you need, easy peasy, rice and cheesy. Lastly, well, no, not lastly. Thirdly, we understand that this tree farm is going through bone meal like crazy. You could do a number of things. At this point, farming bone meal is a relatively known and easy thing. You can do a number of things to make it, to get the supply that you need. Here, we're talking pumpkin farms, we're talking melon farms, we're talking carrots, potatoes farms, we're talking moss farms are incredible at bone meal farming. You could turn the poppies from your iron golem farm into bone meal. You got a whole host of options. I'm using a couple of them. That's where my bone meal's coming from. So yeah, everybody kind of understands that. We can you know, wash our hands of bone meal nowadays. Lastly, you might say to yourself, well, Nim, you're actively using your tool while you're AFK. This means that your hunger bar is depleting. That would be a good observation, whoever thought or said that. The regeneration... Yes, my hunger bar can deplete while I'm using this farm. In a hardcore world or hard difficulty, when your hunger bar depletes, your health will reduce. Well, I have a regeneration beacon, and a regeneration beacon heals you faster than starving hurts you. So, when those four things combine, the experience from the skeleton experience farm, the leaf crusher providing more than enough saplings, a number of bone meal farms providing you all the bone meal that you need, and a regen beacon to offset the hunger damage that you're taking, with those four things combined, this tree farm can run forever. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm quite proud of it. And it works with variable... It works with, each tree type has a variable speed. So spruce is quite slow at farming. That is just true. Spruce is quite slow at farming. If we were to jump over to oak saplings, though, check out the speed in which oak grows. Oak just does not care. Oak's like, oh, hey, what up? I'm growing here. Get out the way. It's speedy. Nims, what are the rates? Well, great question. I have them on the YouTube page. I don't know what they are off the top of my head, though. Oak is the fastest, though. Oak does not care about what conditions it grows in. It just zooms. But everything else, birch, spruce, and jungle, care a little bit more about their growing conditions, and therefore they take a little longer. But still, a fully AFK... I mean, you got 4 tree types. And you just don't need to worry. I'm gonna do jungle now, because why not? Jungle is the slowest of all of them, though. just so you know, jungle is real picky. And jungle's leaf growth pattern is also the most finicky, where the rate or ratio of saplings per tree is like 1.05 saplings per tree. So I do outpace the sapling consumption, 1 sapling per 1 tree, but only just barely. So I am quite proud of this. You've been using it in hand mode for so long, you forgot how fast it was. So it does. So you can notice here that everything that we're getting out of this is stripped. If you want regular logs, it can do that as well, but it slows down again. We would swap it into hand mode. Grab the sapling of choice, you know, and I think I want spruce. No main hand off hand axing anymore. It's just do your thing. Look here and hold right click, hold left click, and see now it's much slower. But because I'm now punching down the wood instead of chopping down the wood, I don't need to hold right click anymore. And therefore I am no longer stripping the wood with my axe. Which means that I get the regular log and not the stripped log. Would haste 2 help at all? Kind of. There is no detection on the final block of the tree farm breaking. So what does that mean? If I cannot detect the final block of the tree farm breaking, that block there, the 5th block, then I have to run on an averaged timer. So I can detect when you break the first block, and I do that, and that's how the whole farm triggers. But if you had a haste 2 beacon in play, you would have to redo the timing of the farm, which wouldn't be that big of a deal. But then it would not ever work if you shut off the haste 2 beacon, because you would never destroy your 5th block. You need to experiment with stuffing 2 people in the space to use axe mode and get regular logs. That's some brainy tech there. So what Castle is saying is if you had a second person, a second account, you can have the second account plant the logs, and the first account chop down the logs, and therefore the first account with the axe in hand would no longer need to hold right click while AFK, which means that they would not strip the logs, they would just get to cut down the real logs at full speed. Which, you know, there's an appeal to that, right? Much higher rates for the regular logs. But yeah, the haste 2 might help a tiny amount. We're talking like maybe a quarter of a second faster per tree. But then I would have to do a full rebuild. And for the purposes of like a YouTube tutorial or something like that, I don't want to have to be like, hey, build a haste 2 beacon to make this thing work. Feels a little ridiculous, wouldn't it? And like the functionality here is consistent. It works, and it works on Spigot too. Like it works on Spigot, Forge. What is that other one? Paper. Spagot? Yeah. Most other farms focus solely on rates, which is why they don't account for everything in them. What do you mean, don't account for everything in them? Ridiculous farms exist. What do you mean ridiculous farms exist? Cobble farms are OP. Okay, this will be our last tree. Okay, we are done. Stepping away. Blap. So, this experience farm can keep up with a lot of things. It can't keep up with everything. I also have like a pumpkin carving station over here with unbreaking mending shears on it. So you can see here that you main hand shears, offhand pumpkin, hold right click, and like it does this as well. This skeleton experience farm, interestingly, the rates aren't, I mean, it's a spawner, which means that you have spawner rates, which means that you get like one skeleton every 10 seconds on average. It's like 3-point-something skeletons every 30 seconds. So it's like one skeleton. I guess it'd probably be more like one skeleton every 9 seconds on average. That's not a crazy rate, but that is just what spawners do. But one skeleton every 9 seconds is still more than enough experience in order to keep your tools repaired while they're actively being used. At least these mending shears don't have a problem with it. The axe in my tree farm doesn't have a problem with it. My pickaxe at a small scale cobblestone farm doesn't have a problem with it. What else? Yeah, those are really the only things that consume durability here. Interestingly, in the early game, and my early game was so early, it was before fishing farms got nerfed. Using the skeleton experience farm in conjunction with a fishing farm actually gave a reasonable amount of experience per hour, which is how I got the initial amount of levels and experience that I started this world with. Oh, ridiculous farms. Oh, you made a cobblestone farm and it gets you about 105,000 cobblestone an hour? That's wild. I mean, that's gotta be TNT duping, right? TNT duping, wither cages, something. How's it going, Yolk? What are you talking about, spaghetti, Uskal? And before, when I was talking about them not accounting for everything with the bone meal and saplings issue, my experience, though, they usually account for the saplings pretty well using TNT duping. I mean, yeah, fair. Yeah, I don't like TNT duping. I'm not saying that that's it. You shouldn't use it. It's a thing. It's in the game. Play how you want. Personally, I don't want a TNT dupe because I think it's a little cheesy, and I'm trying to approach this world with some lactose intolerance. And I don't want to wither cage in a hardcore world because that seems real dangerous. Yeah. So with that approach, I had to figure out how to get things fully automatically. Well, okay, this isn't, the tree farm's not fully automatic, it's AFK. This skeleton experience farm is technically fully automatic. The problem with this is, like I said earlier, experience orbs can only track the player about 6 blocks away. It's like 5-point-something. So you pretty much need to be in a little bitty circle around them in order for that to work. Oh, yeah, let's check out the cactus experience thing. See if we got the ratio nailed. Oh, it's still even too fast. I don't think that I can slow the timer down anymore. Yeah, cool. More bamboo than cactus. Sick. And only slightly. I mean, you don't need to account for tool durability whenever you're TNT duping Yuffie. And then you also don't need to worry about saplings as much, because you just blow the whole tree up and it's not that big of a problem. Oh, I need to put this fishing rod back. My Nimrod. Okay, sick. Sick. So we should be able to start on the villager trading hall here soon. I want to go clear out my daily chunks. Oh, hey, I can also show you Crazy FF. The upgraded, more idealized version of that skeleton experience farm. So I made it. I took that same concept and turned it into a wither skeleton farm. Yeah. So we can see here that I've got, you know, and this is a... There's some efficiency improvements that I've done here. So I don't know if we're going to be able to see this, but there is a second layer here. Please spawn. There is a second layer here. It's designed for me to AFK way down there, and I haven't fully finished clearing out my chunks yet, so... There is a second layer that gives me a little bit more efficiency. Boom, yeah, you can see all those guys spawning up there. They still track down, they jump in a hole, it's great. But then, here, I'll show you the inner workings of that in just a second. And then same sort of thing is they fall down a very specific distance, and then because wither skeletons are 3 blocks tall, whereas regular skeletons are only 2 blocks tall, we get to do a little bit, and they also don't have a ranged attack, so we get to do a little bit different things inside of this kill area. But then the same thing happens because the player owns the wolves. The wolf kills are counted as player kills, meaning we get experience, and we also get the skeleton rare drops. And what is the notable wither skeleton rare drop? Wither skulls. So we get a fully automatic supply of wither skulls. Which is pretty sick. So this is, and I am very proud of this. So I'll give you a little bit more of a detail of how it works now. Try to let those skeletons get processed. Hopefully that's good. Cool. So the first cool thing that I'm really proud of is, here, we'll just walk through, stand right here. First thing that I'm really proud of is the containment for our piglin. He is in a cauldron on top of a honey block. The honey block's ability to prevent things from jumping works through the cauldron, which means he can't get out of this cauldron. He is stuck. It's the most goofy looking stuck ever. But he is just full stuck. Because we have such a tiny, I mean, it's just a verticality, right? It's just honey, cauldron, piglin. There is no extra blocks that go around the side of him to keep him contained. I can make the smallest bait chamber possible, I think. And so most bait chambers are like 13 to 15 blocks. My bait chamber is only 11 blocks, which I am really proud of. Also, because we don't need any additional blocks in order to keep him contained, that red box where his eyes are, that's how mobs see each other. So whenever I add a second layer in, and the mobs on the second layer and the mobs on the first layer all still have vision to that red box, which means that they are tracking him immediately. And lastly, the inclusion of powdered snow allows the mobs that are spawning on the second layer to drop down to the first layer without needing stairs or any other blocks like that. They're just able to drop down quickly, easily, efficiently, without taking fall damage, which means that the very specific height that they need to fall from in order for the wolves to be able to one-shot kill them is not, that it does not change because of the fall damage falling from the second floor to the first floor. So all of that connected together gives me a Wither Skelly farm I am very proud of. 2 layers, a very, I think, clever piglin containment system, using wolves to fully automatically kill our skeletons, which then gives both experience, and this is a good supply of experience, right? If I were to step back and like let this build up, we can get a cloud of experience like in the days of yore. Imagine Clawley's calves, though. He's training them all day. True. Just sitting there, just doing like small little calf raises over and over and over. So I think this is pretty sick. This is crazy. Right? And that wasn't even the full minute to give a full experience cloud. I can do way better than that. So this took it from like the one in the overworld, which is just 1 skeleton like every 9 seconds on average. I think that's what we rounded it to. This one's a little quicker. This is a little quicker. We might be getting like 2 skeletons a second by the end of it. And then again, because it is, we just get skulls for days, right? Just an absolutely absurd. We also get coal and bones, of course. And then same thing as before, we can use this experience in order to run other farms. So I actually have nether tree farms here that I am farming with. Same concept. Saplings, well, fungus in your offhand, axe in your main hand, step inside, just under the first pixel of the first block, hold right click, hold left click, and away we go. How many beacons have I made? I don't know, maybe 15 to 20 would be my guess. It's the same thing here. I can just farm nether trees for days. I should have inventory stacked before I started that, but it's not that big of a deal. Statistics times crafted. I'm gonna guess in the 20s. Oh, 20 beacons. So, not that many, all things considered, but, you know, I could. I could. What is this? This would be 64 times 9 times 4? Hey, Alexa, 64 times 9 times 4.
64 times 9 times 4 is 2,304.
2,304. And that's not even including this row here. So, yeah, probably like 2,300. That's 120, 240, 360. And then we round up and call that 400. So that's probably about 2,700 Wither Skulls, give or take. That's just, I'm not doing anything. I just gotta stand in a spot. And conceptually, when I'm done chunk clearing, way up, it gets better and better. So you can see here that I've slabbed the Nether Fortress because I don't want to destroy another fortress. What if I want to do something else with it someday? So I've slabbed my Nether Fortress, and then I am going through clearing from bedrock ceiling to lava below. And then if there are still blocks at lava height, I just slab them. If there are caves below me, I am accepting that as like, I'm just losing those rates, right? I want some more fire resistance potions before we go out. Oh, thank you for the follow, Crazy. Appreciate it. You kind of have all the skulls you'll need already. Yeah, for sure. 2,700 skulls is... That arrow went like right through him. You know, 1,000 Wither. We'll quickly have the ability to make 1,000 Wither. So like, yeah, what do I need that for? I'm gonna take this trunk out. This one's just kind of a sore spot, it looks like. I mean, Nims, if you use a Nether Eater, you could have gotten super rates. What do you mean? I'm eventually gonna get super rates. I am the Nether Eater. Look at me. General. Times mind. 1 point... Call it 2. I don't care. I'll round it up. 1.2 million blocks of netherrack. You're gonna tell me if I would have used the Nether Eater, I would have been able to get super rates. Excuse me. Well, how dare you come into my house and insult my wife? Honestly, and we've talked about this a lot, but Crazy, I know that you're newer here. I have never cleared a perimeter in Minecraft. Never. And I've been playing since InDev. InfDev. Yeah, InfDev. Never made a perimeter, never once. And so that's what this project is. I want to say that I did it. I want to say, like, again, this alludes back to the conversation that we had a little bit before, and I am trying to approach this world as if it is lactose intolerant. I don't want to do things that are cheesy. And TNT duping and sand duping and things like that could be considered cheesy. Could be. I'm not trying to shame people that use them, but, you know, it's not for everyone. I think that we can agree on that. And if I were to play... If I were to... How do I say this? If I were to change my personal Minecraft philosophy in such a way that allowed me to use TNT duping, I would first want to be able to say that I did it myself, so that way, as I changed my personal stance, I have the thing to say, hey look, I did it. I made this. So like, you know, maybe if I think about it like an achievement system, like, hey, I cleared my 16 by 16 chunk perimeter, 256 by 256 blocks, World Eaters unlocked, right? If I can do that, then I think that, like, inside of my personal Minecraft ethos, that I would be allowed to use World Eaters. Yeah. Clear a perimeter, then you get World Eaters. That's kind of what I'm telling myself. Your wife is pretty hot if she's the Nether. That was a good joke. Most you've ever mined is 513,000 stone. Yep, I mean, I have mined through a bit of it, a little. But interestingly, I think I'm about 60 blocks in of a, I don't remember what 16 by 16 is. I think I'm about 60 chunks into mining my Nether. Out of the 136, I think, that it'll take. But I think that we are well over halfway because, you know, me as a human, I have prioritized the problematic and trouble spots where mobs were spawning in order to more quickly isolate those mob spawns inside of my wither farm. So I think that we are well above halfway from a block perspective. I don't think, so like, if right now I'm at 1.2 million netherrack, and we are, from a chunk perspective, around half, there's no way that I'm breaking 2 million netherrack by the time we finish. I would not be surprised if we finished at like 1.5 million netherrack, you know, whereas we're at 1.2 now. Doing single chunks feels bad, though. I kind of am annoyed with myself for having left a single chunk like this. But again, this harkens back to what we were just saying. I prioritized problematic chunks and not necessarily, like, sequential chunks. Like, a World Eater would have just done stuff just all the way across, then one down. All the way across, then one down. And that's kind of how a computer would have done it, too. But, you know, me as a human, I am able to say, oh, this is the problematic spot, do those spots first. After the perimeter, you gotta mine the main end island. I actually think going to the end is dead. With some, like, very freaky, notable exceptions, I think that the end has been made antiquated by a lot of things. Enders used to be the big appeal, I think. Why do you need to build an ender anymore? experience. Lamau, my Wither Skelly farm, laughs in your face. Ender pearls. I have overworld Enderman farms are a thing, and so like, okay. And secondly, piglin bartering is just insanely strong. So, and piglin bartering can give you ender pearls, for the record. So it's like, okay, if you need ender pearls, piglin bartering, overworld enderman farm, got it. You need experience, Wither Skelly farm. And both of those farms give you way more things than just experience and ender pearls. So enders, I think, are antiquated. Only old Minecrafters care about enders anymore. You boomers. And like, what else is there in the end? Not a lot. I've seen quick reset villager trading farms, and like, quick reset villager trading doesn't really seem that impressive. Just build a villager trading hall, my man. It's not that hard. And then you get to stay in the overworld. You don't have to make a trip to the end. And by staying in the overworld, all of your other farms are staying active. Whereas, unless you're, you know, in spawn chunks, but even then, only some farms continue to work in spawn chunks. Yeah, just build yourself a trading hall. You don't need to build like a quick villager reset thing. So the only thing that I've seen that's like, I don't know, maybe not the most terrible is, I think Wither Rose farms aren't terrible in the end. But I think you can build those in the overworld as well. But also, just, I don't know, if you want a bulk amount of ooh! If you want a bulk amount of roses, maybe you really need a Wither Rose farm. But like, if you just need to set up like a couple of smaller farms, e.g. a Wither Skelly farm, you can just bring a bunch of eggs with you, dispense out your eggs, hit all those baby chickens with a potion of poison, and then let the Wither Skelly or Wither Boss blow them up. Like, again, you don't need a dedicated thing for the 200 roses that your world eventually needs. Yeah, obsidian, doesn't matter. You don't need to build an obsidian farm in the end. Bartering gives you all the obsidian you need, in addition to all the ender pearls you need. And, conceptually, all the experience you need as well, because, like, you should build a piglin aggro-based gold farm, and if you have a piglin aggro-based gold farm, it will give you gold ingots, gold nuggets, and experience, no questions asked. I need to update mine to a piglin aggro gold farm. So there's just going to the end. I genuinely, and like, again, it's a game, right? I'm not gonna like publicly shame you. I am not gatekeeping the air quotes correct way to play Minecraft. Oh! No, not at all. Not at all. You do and you play however you think that you're gonna have fun. I personally think that the end, there's no biomes. There's no nothing. There's and like from a mechanics perspective, so it's not very pretty. Don't want to go exploring there after I get my elytra and, you know, my 20-30 shulkers that I use. I'm kind of over it. And I think that they're building a way, or working out a way, to make shulker breeding a thing, in which I am just not. Like, you'll build your shulker breeder, you'll get all the shulkers you need, and then you'll never go back. Rari's you love the end is because I've dubbed the end arena king on CK because I've made arenas for monthly dragon fights. Oh, that's cool. Sorry, an itch, and I was scared that it was that carpenter ant coming back to get me. So yeah, I can't. I want to love the end. I want to. I mean, it's effectively, if it's a void creative space. You could just fill that area in with whatever you wanted, and it is largely just a creative space. You could just, but like the atmosphere is really hard for as a visual palette. And like the mechanics are just tough. So it's hard to love. I think it really is. There's no thing there that makes it feel unique. Like, I want to go to my nether, right? To get wither skeletons, to do piglin bartering, to... You know, in 1.19, I'm gonna build a shroom, or not shroom light, but frog light farm. We've already got the rough draft already kind of worked out. It's gonna be sick as heck. I'm gonna want to come to my nether all the time. Am I going to my end for? You know, what we be doing there? You're going to bed? See you later, Skull. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to look at the toe biter art. Oh no. Uskal is our like resident artist. Oh no. Oh no. I saw it. I saw it. Look at this chat room. My little baby phoenix toe. And it's just this ant that's gonna eat it. But why? Why it do be like this? It's incredible art though. For even just for a sketch, she's so talented. Oh my gosh. A bird of fire does not burn with fire. It's a fake damage. A bird of fire does not burn with fire. Names you've gotten both your arenas hello upvoted on Reddit and even got on Snapchat? Really? The recent iteration. Interesting. So what you're saying is you're gonna build some crazy arenas on the Patreon server, right? I get some XP soon. True, I do have a second pickaxe though. I keep Fortune, I keep Silk Touch on me at all times, so I can rotate through. And thankfully, because the Wither Skeleton farm is already pretty efficient, it's definitely not max efficiency yet, but it's pretty efficient that repairing my tools does not take long. Hey, Nims, you missed a block? What do you mean I missed a block? Liar. Normally I do this 2 chunks at a time because the sweeps are like perfectly distanced. Like this, I would just keep going straight and do 1 more chunk. And then this high burr that we're getting right now would last much longer. This chunk is so lonely all by itself. Exactly, that's why we've got to mine it down, so that way it can't be lonely anymore. It'll be homogenized, just like all of its neighbors. But found any Nether? We actually did find 1 ancient debris, Castle. Surprisingly, we're doing a single chunk, and we found it. We found the ancient debris in this chunk. Surprising. By the way, did I tell you guys that I watched the new season of Stranger Things? No spoilers, no spoilers. Was it good? Yeah, I would say it was good. Was it fun? Yeah, I would say it was fun. I don't know if it was like Stranger Things season 1 good, because that was just incredible. But like, it was pretty good. I gotta work on my World of Warcraft speed set a little bit more. And I definitely know that whenever I go to work on my speed set, I'm probably gonna just rewatch the new season of Stranger Things. There is a recap at the beginning of season 4. Like, in the beginning of episode 1, season 4, episode 1, there is a, I don't know, 15-minute recap that'll cover most of the important points. But if you want to rewatch them all, like, you should definitely just do that, right? It's good times, right? Oh, hey. Trohix? Oh, that's what I'm gonna go with. I don't know if I'm pronunciating that correctly, but that's what I'm gonna go with. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I would say this, though, about Stranger Things Season 4. Be careful of what you read or consume regarding it. There are large spoilers that could be ruined in a single sentence. I am not hinting or alluding to anything by saying this, but in the same way that you could ruin Harry Potter by saying Snape kills Dumbledore, right? Just a very quick one-off sentence. You could do something, and again, I am not hinting or alluding or even providing context here. There's nothing that I am telling you. I would not be that person, but I will tell you that there is a one-sentence spoiler that would ruin a lot of the suspense and mystery for this season. So be careful. Is that fair? I think I did that well, yeah. You're telling me you could just watch Season 4 without watching anything else? Yo, like I just said, I think Season 1 and Season 2 Stranger Things were like GOAT seasons. Those were just excellent. Season 4 was very, very good, but I don't know if it was as good as like those early seasons. There was just some magic with that, like the cast, the discovery, the universe building. It's just very good. And the whole thing, I'm just commenting over and over, it just feels like a D&D campaign. Like a D&D campaign personified. Like I know that it isn't there are themes of D&D, like it's a bunch of kids from the 80s, and they are kind of, I mean, they're first gen D&Ders, right? And so D&D is a concept that is talked about in the show, but that's not what I'm referring to. I'm saying that the way that the show builds clues and like interactions, and you interact, like the party is, you know, all of these kids from this small town, and as they go around town and they're trying to solve the you know, what's happening, the riddle, the mystery of what is happening, the way that the story builds feels like the same build that a D&D campaign has. And that, even if they never made a reference to D&D in the show, I would say that this might be the most accurate D&D crossover show that I've ever seen, and it wasn't... That wasn't the outright goal. Like, there are definitely, like, D&D influences. There are, I mean, they literally called the Season 1 monster a Mind Flayer, and I won't tell you what they call it, but the Season 4 monster is also from, D&D. So, like, it very clearly has D&D inspiration all over it, but that's not what I'm talking about. It is the feel as they move through the world, it feels like a D&D campaign. And that is just nifty. Imagine if someone was reading Harry Potter for the first time right now. Well, it's like a 20-year-old book and like a 10-year-old movie. 15-year-old movie even, goodness. So, I don't know how bad I would feel. I would say things get like 3 to 5 years of being spoiler-free, reasonably. And that might even be long. Maybe a year of being spoiler-free. Okay, this looks good. Someone give me a rundown of Stranger Things. You are in small town, rural America in the mid-80s. You are following a bunch of fun, charismatic young children as they navigate middle school into high school. The characters, these small children, are very lovable. They are very cute. They are very fun. They are very charismatic. They are genuinely fun people. They are deep into nerd culture. They are deep into music, deep into D&D, deep into they most of the things that when we think back to like the 80s and currently have air quotes nostalgia for or bring back, these children personify. So there's a lot of like nostalgia baked into the show. A lot of like synthwave vibes, a lot of that 80s aesthetic, the music from the 80s. There is, you know, it just ticks all those boxes all the way down. And then, in this small town USA in the mid-80s, you start to have paranormal events happen. But it's not quite like, ooh, spooky ghost people. It is a monster movie. But it's a TV show. You have, monsters entering in to this small town, USA in the 80s, through, I don't want to spoil, season 1's been out for years, so I can spoil that. There's like a hell gate that these monsters are pouring out from. The government knows about it and has been, like, air quotes, researching this Hellgate super secretive operation. So these kids are now running into monsters, spawning out of this Hellgate, navigating, being, like, trapped by these government agencies, and trying to save the world when no one will believe them that monsters are real. While also doing this, listening to the sickest music with the coolest aesthetic, with the, you know, with some of the most fun characters, and yeah. So it's great. It's good. Is that? I think that's fair. Nico, Nico, you just finished watching season 1. Is that a fair introduction? Because I don't want to spoil, like, you know, anything else. Sounds like realistic Scooby-Doo game. It's much more platonic love. Like, these kids just love each other. Like, they just care. And you feel it. It is telegraphed so well onto the screen that these kids are just the best of friends. So it's not like, and it's not like any of them, there are funny moments, right? That some of the kids are funnier than others. But there is no, like, slapstick comedy. If anything, the comedic relief comes from the dumb adults who don't believe them, personifying the stereotypes of the time. You know, the dad who never looks up from his newspaper, sort of thing. Dad, there's a monster, and dad doesn't even look up above his newspaper. Is kind of slapstick comedy, but the dad is the joke and not the children. So in the way that, like, Scooby and Shaggy are the comedic relief in Scooby-Doo, the equivalent of Scooby and Shaggy in Stranger Things would never be the comedic relief, because the kids aren't the comedic relief. They are loving, they care, they are passionate, they feel. And again, it's telegraphed so well. And it is the story of friendship triumphing, hellgate spawning demon monsters when no one else will believe them. Set to 80s synthwave, and 80s hair and 80s clothes. Yeah, that would be like the two sentence take. It is quite good. I think, and I think that, you know, again, season 4 is half over. They're releasing half at a time. I think that season 4 it was a great thing. I do think that how do I say this? I wanted more of the kids being friends with each other in season 4. There's a lot of save the world in season 4, and not as much of the kids are best friends. But, you know, without... The season's only halfway over, so there's still time for that. And also, the way season 3 ended did not leave a good position for the kids to re-engage with each other. And also, they're just growing up. And I think that drifting away from your friends is something that we can all relate to as we've all grown up. They do look like they've grown up in the end. Yeah. both in character they've grown up. You know, they're now in season 4, I think they're like sophomores in high school. But, you know, the actors are now 18, 19. So they have literally grown up. But, you know, in character, they started out the show in, like, 5th grade. And now they're in, you know, 10th grade. And, that has also been telegraphed. My friends in middle school were not my friends in high school. And I think that is something that we can all, again, relate with. I want to put something there to destroy it, but I just don't know what. Composter is catching up from all the tree or the bone meal that I used. Well, there's the spruce and there's the spruce. That's dope as heck. And we put 1 sapling in here and we got 19 extra. This is sick. This is just sick. Crazy. Heckin' cool. This singular log probably came from like all the swaps that happened. I am not worried about it until it becomes, ooh, that's a thing I'm worried about. Oh. Okay. We gotta check that out. Why is there a whole thing of... Is this just coincidence from like... Yeah, I think that this is just old stuff that no longer matters. I think that's from when this first chest used to be a sapling chest, but then we changed it to apple, but apparently I missed a hopper in that transition. On the topic of tree farm, now there's fully auto azalea farm stems. Sick. Good for them, I guess. I didn't mean to fall. Why isn't this one doing anything? Is this hopper full? No. See, like, why is this taking... Oh, it takes multiple. Okay, I see. I see. Cool. It's getting there. That's all I can ask. Cool. And this is where we store our extra arrows. I use spectral arrows though, but it doesn't really matter. I have multiple ways of getting arrows, so that way I can keep using a mending bow instead of a infinity bow that I need to repair all the time. We're trying it out. Okay, well, this is good. Our world is looking better. I just wish that I could tell if, like, all of these efficiency things that I keep doing, like reducing the number of hoppers and cleaning up my redstone and creating directional redstone as to not cause as many updates as... I wish I knew if those were making an impact. Like, I wish I knew. Yeah, I really do. See, I think that even... I don't know what that... Okay, I see what it's doing. When the output of this chest is 15, when the output of that chest is 15, lock the hopper above it. However, that doesn't need to happen because hoppers effectively get locked. I guess it's still better. Hoppers are locked whenever they're filled with items anyway. They quit checking to see if there are items above them because they don't have room to soak it up. So they don't need to do that check. But they would still be making the push check, and having a lock system like that shuts off the push. So, can't you measure MSPT with some mod? Yeah, I just don't have it installed. And I guess I could install my older world saves and check out my MSPT. In those older saves, and then compare that to what I've got now and see if that makes a difference. But yeah, I just don't know. I really just don't know. Is there anything that I need to do to finish off the redstone and the water streams that we worked on today? Honestly, it looks pretty good. I think just put a roof over it and close it. Call it a day. Yeah. I mean, unless you're lagging hard in Solo World, it might not be worth the trouble. Would you call that lagging hard? As I look at my base... I mean, I get the 30s in FPS, right? But it's not a graphics card issue. It's not that it's processing something. What is it that I'm processing? Because, like, I can even prove this. Like, if I go Task Manager and get Performance Resource Monitor, right? And show you this. Like, it is always CPU 3 that is topped out. What is CPU 3 in Minecraft? I don't know. If I knew what CPU 3 was in Minecraft, is that the CPU that's, like, controlling hopper ticks? Or... I don't know. Or is that like calculating transparency? If it were calculating transparency, then there are stuff that we could do in order to clean that up. Remove. That doesn't need to be glass. Why did I make that glass? I don't know. So I could watch it work, maybe? Probably shouldn't have done that. Yeah, this'll be fine. I really want to put just another water stream in there. It's just gonna make me nervous if I don't. Oh, almost. Here we go. Here. And then here. Yeah, that looks good. And then if I throw the bucket in. Yeah, we big zoom. And then the bucket would get stuck in the furnace? Yeah, perfect. Hopper stuff runs in the same thread as everything except light and some minor stuff. So to see if your stuff is causing that, you can go far away and let Hopper despawn. But then wouldn't everything else despawn too? Because it's definitely like this space, right? Home sweet home. It looks so small from up here. Don't want random items falling in. That could cause problems. And we are in the process of changing all of our water streams from granite to diorite in order to better communicate with ourselves. Yeah. The only thing is, I really wish that I could have some sort of trash here, but I just don't think that's gonna happen. So in case I ever fill up on logs, coal that I would fill up on. Logs can never fill up, because they would just go into the furnace and then out the furnace as coal, and then the coal would despawn on that hopper. So... I don't need these freaking potions. Clean up my inventory a bit. Okay. So we've now legitimately started to look at what our spacing will be for the villager trading hall. We want something like, you know, interestingly, I can just grab all the spruce I want now. Okay. Chunks where the hoppers are need to be off, you need to go like 30 chunks away or something, depending on your rendering. Kind of. Oh yeah, yeah. So here, I can go to my spawn chunks real quick and show you what like performance is like in spawn chunks. I have one thing built in spawn chunks, and it's this little hut, and this is where I stayed the night for the first time. You can see that I've got my spawn chunks marked with netherrack on fire, so that way it's real easy to see. And then if we come this way, I'll be able to see my spawn chunks. I started to build a whatchamacallit, but like that's gonna have to come out and see. Then we got that, a powdered snow farm. That's what that is. So anyway, my spawn chunks have been noted. Those chunks are now unloaded. And in this space, it's like perfect, right? Is it? What is my video settings? What is my max frame rate supposed to be at? Bro, I can't even hit 100 FPS in Minecraft. What the heck? What the heck? Was this? This still isn't GPU bound. This is still CPU bound. Look at this. My GPU is only at 34%. But my CPU is still at... Singular cores are still capping out. I still can't hit 100 FPS. Oh my god. What if I fight further away from my base? Oh, look at them buzzy bumbles. I'm kind of tempted to go get their hive. Where do it be, though? Could you not? Oh, hey, Clawley with the 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Clawley. I appreciate you. Okay, I think I saw where it went. Oh, no. Are you still searching for home, though, buddy? Where do your home be? Are you lost? Where's your home at? They started out on this lake. I do not see a beehive on this lake, though. Oh, there. Come on, let me fly. Let me fly. Let me go get it before they wake up. They woke up. I only collect beehives at night, so that way I can get the bees inside of them as well. Right? I don't know if you're okay with mods in this world, but there's a mod pack for Fabric that optimizes a lot of stuff with sodium and other mods. Easy quadrupled FPS, you can try it. I am slowly convincing myself of swapping over, yes. I don't want to have to play with mods. I really, 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 really don't. However, it does not seem like Minecraft is a game that can be played without performance improvements anymore. Which I think is, one, very problematic. Will bees despawn if they lose their nest? No. But I just want to bring all the bees. And I don't want to leave any behind. Behind? Haha. Dang. Okay, we should be able to fly towards like 0, 0 and get home. Meow wrench. What are you doing? I'm just flying around looking at stuff. I've got a ton of world lag that I'm like, you know, after 1.18.2, well, 1.18, world lag has just gone through the roof. And I can't even hit 100 FPS regularly, like in a basically an empty world. And it's like, then whenever I get back to my base, which has tons of redstone things inside of it, maybe I should slab my spawn chunks. Just stop, because like, look at all these passive mobs that are here. Look at the sheep eating the grass. Should we cut our spawn chunks down and like do something to them? But yeah, then whenever I get over here, we go from like, I guess 75 FPS is our top end. And that basically gets halved to like high 30s, low 40s. I think that they should stop churning out content and they should optimize the game, because I think that the demand of performance, leaving that up to installing mods, is a bad play, I think. Anyway, okay, let's get spacing figured out for our villager trading hall. No optimize only content. I think that is a dangerous philosophy. However, it might also just be the expectation for Java, right? Their ideology, and they probably wouldn't say this because this is a very aggressive thing to say, but it might just be, if you want performance, play Bedrock. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that's where the wall could be. So it'd be 16 blocks out is the most narrow path to build like the villager trading hall, right? Because like if we built a wall right here, yeah. So 16 blocks, and let's see what that is from the other side. And then we would be looking at connecting this. Yeah, like that. Okay, cool. You're alright about Bedrock, but that's not the reason to leave Java suffer. I agree. I don't think that they should. I think that is a bad design approach, but like, it does feel like that do be what they be doing. I think they really need to give a huge money to modders to actually make the game optimized and then hire them. Yeah, it's Microsoft, right? I mean, but again, we've talked about this before. Microsoft is like $2 billion in the hole from their acquisition of Minecraft. Now, I don't think that they are still 2 million in the hole, right? There's no way they are. They've made money from all their merchandising, continuing to sell copies of Minecraft, and to everything. But they have to get some reasonable ROI out of their $2 billion investment. Are they close enough to doing that yet? To the point that they could start talking about hiring, air quotes, needless staff at Mojang? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 is our first reasonable path. And does this line up? I think it do. I think it do. Okay, cool. We have blocks here for the wall, blocks in which to put up, so that way we're not clipping redstone. Ah. So that is what our storage room will be like. So this is the storage room side, and it's important that this is the storage room because the wall space here is more open. But we could still work with it. And then this is going to be the villager trading side. And I have no idea how big this needs to be. Do we... From my perspective, I kind of want... You know, just a medieval long haul sort of thing. Oh yeah, those are gonna be quite big. And so then it's gonna go, oh hey, let's aggro that Enderman. It's gonna go out from here to say here and be a hall, right? And then maybe the villager trading side will have like a second floor that has the breeding area into a zombie purification area. And then they go into the villager trading hall. And that should be mostly automated. And I want to be able to cleanse, like, I don't know, say 3 villagers at a time. So that way I'm not just sitting there, like, doing one. Because if I'm going to really have 30 villagers well, no, it's going to be way more than that. It's going to be, like, 50 villagers in this villager trading hall. So if I'm gonna have 50 villagers in this villager trading hall, I need... There he is. I'm gonna go get him. You know, I don't want to be purifying one of those villagers, one villager at a time, up to 50. I mean, look at you. Dude, this is the most elusive Enderman. There he is. Not even an ender pearl. How dare. Oh, my butt fell asleep. Oh, my leg's asleep. Oh, no. Oh, God. It hurts. Pain. Suffering. Agony. That was a World of Warcraft Cataclysm reference. Oh, it hurts, though. It's not great. I wonder, like, again, if we filled in this lake, does thus having fewer passive mobs in the game, no salmon, no squid, save CPU processing because I'm not having their passive AIs swim around and doing things? Personally, with 1.19 on the corner of June 7th. My birthday is June 6th. I don't know if you knew, but my birthday's in like a week, actually. Oh no, is my birthday next Monday? It might be. Oh my god, my birthday is next Monday. I'm excited. I think I'm gonna get an ice cream cake, chat room. I don't even think it should be like a 1.20 patch that only has a performance fix. Modders should do those on the fly with every release, and they could do that in parallel with the content team, even better with full access to the source code. Yeah, for sure. But again, Minecraft getting ROI on their $2 billion investment. Are you gonna hire, say, a $500,000 team to just performance optimize Java Minecraft? And I can't imagine that Java Minecraft is a high priority for Minecraft, like for Mojang and Microsoft, because most of the people that are buying into the Minecraft ecosystem are doing it through consoles and mobile, right? Or through like all of these effectively bedrock platforms. So like, I cannot imagine that performance optimizations for Java have a reasonable return on investment, ROI, for Mojang and Microsoft. I cannot imagine that they would want to go and spend another, you know, let's say that they had a $500,000 budget, right? That is reasonably 5 or 6 full-time staffers to performance mod Minecraft. Is 5 or 6 staffers to performance mod Minecraft for $500,000, for $500,000 a year? Is that worth it to Mojang? I don't know. And you know, honestly, I bet it's not. I bet it's not. I bet they make 90% of their money from bedrock platforms. So why optimize Java? Why do that? Why be doing that thing? Yeah, but I do agree with you from a personal perspective. Like, yes, please put Fabric and Optifine and the whole lot of it just directly into the client. Like, what? Just please. Dr. Chem, thank you for the follow. How's it going? Yeah. And now, Meow, we just finished updating the tree farm storage into the charcoal factory. It's the AFK tree farm into overflow charcoal factory storage room. So we just cleaned this up a little bit, and then we cleared 2 chunks in the Nether in order to further optimize my fully automatic wither skull farm, wither skeleton, wither skull farm, and we're just kind of shooting the shit and figuring out the spacing of my villager trading hall. This is definitely going to be the width. Like, this is 100% happening. And it might not be like this whole length, right? Villager trading always makes you rage. Why is that? It might not be this whole length, but this is definitely the space that we have to work with for the short term. This is probably going to go away, by the way. IDK, if that had been clearly communicated or not. Interestingly, I think, we're probably going to build or dig out underneath this again. Light level check, 6543. 3, 4, 5, 6, 3. I'm fine with 3s, I'm fine with 4s. If I see a 2, I explore it, and if I see a 1, I don't even think about it, I just place a new block down. 5, 4, 7, 5, cool. They never cooperate for me and always find ways to escape. I've got my villagers pretty well trapped, but I want to have a better trap system because I lost some villagers when I accidentally spawned a raid at my base. And so if I build a proper villager trading hall, I definitely don't want that to be happening again. Yeah. This is just stuff that we always will happen. I don't know if this 16 blocks out and then 3 blocks wide turns into a path or turns into the beginning of the villager trading hall. I don't know that yet. What I do know is that regardless of what it ends up turning into, it always does get placed. That makes sense? This always happens, and therefore we can use this as our first baseline in which to begin making judgments on the size, spacing, and availability here. That one time the villagers almost ended the game. Oh, that's true. I had a villager trading, or excuse me, a villager breeder that I just never shut off, and so it was just full of villagers. And then I accidentally fell in and almost got myself crammed to death. My totem broke, and as I was like trying to spam my rocket to get out, I slammed into the wall after my totem broke and dropped to half a heart. 1 hit point. I almost lost this whole world. Pumpkin. Yeah. Oh, cool. Make a hyper-close villager trading center to NIMS to punish the villagers that wronged you. We gotta remove so much of this glowstone as well, because lighting updated. Lighting changed, rather. Don't need that much glowstone in order to mob-proof a space. This should be super exciting, by the way. We are making one of the first large upgrades to the base in quite some time. Lighting check. I don't care as long as it's above a 2. And see, there's a 2, and so I actually slow down and I check the 2. And if I see a 1, I don't even think about it. We just throw something in. You know what? I'm just gonna freaking what? Okay. Okay, now this 2 is like a 5. Cool. Cool, looks good. Last update that you remember is the auto brewer? Yeah, exactly. And so like this should be, I told you we would get this. It started at least. We would make some progress. Can I make this? Oh, definitely. It's gonna be big. I don't know much, but I do know that. It's gonna be big. Yeah, that is the first new path and new segmentation that we're getting here. I should also likely consider keeping this able to connect, you know, if we go 3 blocks out, and connect that there, right? So then what I'm thinking here is... I just don't know how I want to do this. Intersecting with the edge here feels odd to me. You know, I want just, you know, your standard Minecraft, like, hut thing. Like, something like this. Right? But on a massive scale here. So here, let me look at it from the other side now. Here, remember this shape, right? Imprint that into your mind. And now imagine that, and, you know, aesthetically well dressed. Just boom. Maybe we diagonal it. Maybe it just is a single slope. Oh, hey, Alaska. Thank you for the Prime 1 to Tier 1 sub. I appreciate it. Prime sub to Tier sub. Make the golden arches. McDonald's. Ba-da-bop-bop. Her. Get it? Because that's the noise the villagers make. So yeah, what if instead we had a sheer wall go up and then a diagonal go down? So it's no longer like the house arch shape, right? What if it is just a whoosh, boom, and then repeat that but inverted onto the other side, so that way it goes up and down. And thus we could use that as like a yeah, let's maybe try one of these trees. Yeah, this is probably a good spot. Maybe we'll try a little further over. Yeah, and then you could imagine like a zoop, poof, zoop, poof, right? And then out of what would be the center, we could have all of these like tall constructs moving out of the center. A thought. And again, we're probably gonna have to turn on some performance mods. I'm just so blat for it, so. Yeah, I can't think of another better way of doing this. Maybe we should just build the functionality we want and then aesthetically dress it after. I'm usually happier when I do that anyway. Yeah, that's definitely going to be it. So we should just figure out, what do we want? And honestly, the thing that we want more than anything... Oh, that was a sick flight. I did like a double jump and it kept my momentum. Is just like... Villager, 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 and then maybe moving the items necessary to trade with that villager into their proximity. But like, maybe that's a future thing. Because right now, my storage for, say, pumpkin, melons, carrots, and potatoes are all over here. And those get traded against my two farmers. But what if we had like 30 farmers? Or more realistically, 10 farmers? I just need enough villagers to the point of, if I were to go in line, right? So let's say that I just had a bunch of pumpkins, right? Like if I just had heckin' pumpkins, 2 stacks will be more than enough. Let's grab 4. That's whatever. If I go pumpkin trade emeralds, pumpkin trade emeralds, how many villagers do I need to have in line before the first villager resets? Right? And see, he's not reset yet. So how many villagers do I need to have in a row so that way that by the time I am done at the last villager, I can go back to the first one and he's reset? If you zombify a villager then fly away, will it despawn like a regular zombie villager? Yes. But that's why you name them first. And usually you don't, I don't even want to zombify stuff until I've already confirmed that all of its traits are good. So for my zombification, I don't know how I want to do it yet. But, I think we've got to have some way of having the zombie convert things. Do I convert them in the hall itself, or do I have like a conversion station before the villagers are transported into the hall? I don't know yet. Yeah, he still hasn't reset. I just must be out of hours. Where do be the sun? Yeah, it's setting. So is that, you know, in work hours? And I would also want to put a clock in that shows me that we are between the hours of 13 and whatever. Which that might be a hard clock to do. It'll have to be based on a daylight sensor, because, you know, any amount of sleeping or nether tripping could blah 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 it. We can actually check that real fast. Daylight sensor Minecraft. And we could, like, can we use a daylight detector in order to tell roughly what time of day it is? Or a clock, maybe? Just use a daylight sensor and a range of values. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Here it is. This is what we would want. Just a daylight detector, and here are the range of values. Wow, this formatting is dog. half of this chart, okay, I'll just show you. Half of this chart is hidden behind this aggressive popular pages thing. I don't care about this other page or other people like you. See, even at the biggest, I don't even get the full thing. Why is your website dog? I'm annoyed. Can you tell? Okay. Anyway. Oh well. This would suck. That doesn't fix the padding. That kind of made it better. Sure, we'll run with that for now. What are... When aren't you annoyed? That's a good question. Always, always. Villager trade hours are villagers Minecraft. I need to see when their schedule is. Okay, villager schedule and Java edition right here. So they only work from the hours of 2000 to the hour of 6000. No. Help me read this. Is this until 12,000? Or excuse me, is this they work until 6,000 or they work until 9,000? I can't read this. Freaking ban that guy. Blat. Okay, whatever. You can see that they can work from 2,000 till at least 6,000. So inside of this, we should be able to say, you know, if power is above 11 or 11 or higher, which is, you know, 1865, that's basically 2,000 until 6,000. So if light level is 11 or higher, but on the front end of the day, that's going to be so hard. Because what differentiates the post-noon 11 from 9 to 11k is working hours? No, this is gathering. That's what they say. Late in the day, adult villagers gather at a meeting place around a bell. They might look at each other, mingle, converse, share food, or breed. Villager isn't close enough. Doesn't look like that is work hours. Ah. So yeah, it looks like they work from 2,000 to 6,000. So you can still trade, but will they get reset trades? It's not, I don't actually care if I can trade, because you could trade whenever, right? You could trade, what time is it? It's clearly nighttime. I can trade with them right now. The question isn't can they be traded. The question is can they reset, and they can only reset during work hours. And if I had, like, say a big clock, yeah, exactly. I want a way to denote that it is work hours and thus able to be reset inside of my villager trading hall, which will impact how I build this hall. Does that make sense? I want a big, so if you have the big, like, stereotypical, there's got to be a name for that shape, but the stereotypical house shape, right at the peak of the roof, I want there to just be a massive redstone lamp array, just a light, really. And if that redstone lamp light is on, cool, villagers are in their working hours. If it's off, they must be outside of their working hours. And I want to put that on both ends of the hall, so that way I could just be like, hey, he's not resetting. Is he just dumb, or am I done in my villager trading hall for the day? And I can look up and be like, oh, the light's off. He's done working. Okay, I'll leave. Or I can look up at the light and the light is on, and then I can be like, okay, you're just dumb. Reset faster. I recall a certain streamer saying they're a visual learner, so it sounds like we need to do some designing. Fair point. Fair point. Ooh. It's bad to get stuck in there. I'm just gonna trash these pumpkins. But you know what? That designing, it's gonna have to happen tomorrow, because this is going to be the end of today's stream. I feel like we made good progress, got good redstone updates done, we got good chunk clearing done, we found an ancient debris, and we finally have the first bit of, excuse me, Mr. Enderman, I am looking right at you. Could you please be angry at me? And we finally get the first bit of our villager trading hall. And proper storage system spaced out. So yeah, interesting, exciting. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Alaska, thank you for the sub. Clawley for the bits. You guys are wonderful. Thank you for supporting the stream. We also got a bunch of new followers today. Shout out to all the new follows. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you for hitting that follow button. Stream Monday through Friday, typically. Yeah. 90% Minecraft. I think we're going to do a couple of other things for my birthday stream, though. I don't know if I want to get drunk and play Minecraft in our hardcore world with several thousand hours in it. Don't know if I want to do that while drunk on my birthday. I'm just going to be honest. So we might be playing some really dumb indie games as your boy gets, like, smashed, just wasty on margaritas. I think that's where I'm at right now in my life. Yeah. Yeah, I can't confirm. That's where I'm at in my life. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow, chat room. Have a good night.